Hey guys, I bet you guys have been wondering whatever happened to all the crafts she was doing. I'm still doing crafts, I just haven't been videotaping a lot of them. But I will start videotaping more now. One thing that I'm getting ready for is homecoming. It is August, so homecoming is like October for just about everybody, and I don't like to wait to the last minute, so I am making my spirit sticks right now. Okay, and I'm actually making the spirit stick for a friend. Now what you'll need, you can make a spirit stick with the tube from your paper towels. Just close off the ends, put some beans in it, and you've got a nice spirit stick that you can decorate. You can also make a spirit stick using PVC pipe and just put beans in it so you have a little noise maker. Okay, but I'm not making that kind of spirit stick. I am making one using paint sticks that I got from Home Depot. And these are free, so I want to make sure I mention those. You know, if you're not going to use your paint sticks, this is a good project that you can do for them. Alright, so whenever you're doing your paint sticks, you can either fan them out, kind of hot glue them together, put it kind of close, hot glue it in a stack like this, and then decorate all this area. You can also do one paint stick if that's how you choose to do it. But me, myself, I want to. You can always hot glue them side by side also to give you a nice wide space to work with. But I like a challenge. I'm just going to hot glue them on top of each other so I have a little bit of girth. Okay, so I've got a piece of wood that I always work on because I don't want to get hot glue on everything else. And what we'll do is you can duct tape these together and that works just fine. And being since we are in the land of duct tape now, everybody has duct tape for everything. If you're going to do duct tape, I suggest, and especially if you're doing like a college theme, or, you know, if your team has the same, if your school has the same mascot as maybe a college, like the Longhorns or something like that, get the Longhorn, Texas Longhorn duct tape, because they make duct tape for all these different little college teams now. And being since they do that, you can just get that and wrap it up, and it's serving two purposes. It's also very decorative. Ooh. I'm knocking stuff off. But, I'll just go ahead and get these sandwiched together. And like I said, you can always just use plain duct tape and stick them together. But I can't find my duct tape right now, so I'm just going to hot glue them, which takes seconds. You can always use wood glue. I'm just not, I'm a lot more comfortable with my hot glue. More so than my wood glue. My wood gluing skills. Okay. So, now we've got this done. The next thing we're going to do is wrap this sucker with some ribbon. I bought some black and I bought some green ribbon, because I'm just going to wrap the stick all the way around, rotating between the black and the green, since that's the colors of the team that I'm doing this for. So I'll get this wrapped and I'll be right back. Okay, I came back a little bit early because it just occurred to me I kind of want you guys to see this. Now, here I loosely wrapped some black around, hot glued in this corner, hot glued down here at the end. On the end, just hot glued the tip, and I left a little flap here, which I did on purpose. Okay, so flap here and a little flap here. Okay, and that was highly intentional. Now, and you can do this all in one color ribbon, however you want to do it. Totally up to you. I'm pretty sure a lot of my craft people are going to come on and go, oh, you should have did this and you should have did that. And I make my stuff my way, you make your stuff your way, and it's all good. So I'm not going to come to your house and tell you how to do yours. Just kind of giving you guys an idea, a little tool to go by. You can always cut the ribbon to match the same length. I personally don't do that, but hey, it's an option. I kind of like doing it the way I do it. So, okay. And you want it to be nice and tight, and make sure that you don't have any wood showing, which is why I wanted to make sure I showed you guys how the wrapping was going on this one. Okay, I'm nearing the top. And like I said, I left my black a little loose, you know. The tighter the better, but I left mine a little bit looser. Okay. Yeah. Before I cut it, I go ahead and hot glue the spot I want to have hot glued. And pull it nice and tight. Make sure you don't have any of that hot glue string hanging off. That's really ugly. Okay. That gives you a nice little black and green rotating ribbon. And I use a lot of hot glue, y'all. I go through a lot of hot glue sticks. If I have an issue, I'm always afraid things will fall apart. So I kind of overdo it on a lot of stuff. If you make any mess, like I made a little mess here with the hot glue, and that's fine right here. See, I got a little on my black. That's okay. Cover it up with whatever decorations you're going to put on your stick. So now I'll just go ahead and finish off the edges, which I'll just fold them in and cut off any excess. So nothing magical going on there. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we have the spirit stick all wrapped up. A nice little decorative end on it. So the handle part is really cute and doesn't show off the wood. Now, at a little craft store that's here in this area, they sell all kinds of stuff, cake decorating stuff, homecoming stuff, whatever. It's kind of like Michael's. But they have a lot of stuff on clearance. And one thing that I found was these big, pretty black and white bows. And I thought they were really cute, but what I wanted to use them for, since the team's colors are black, white, and green, is I'm going to just take them and pull them apart. That was not smart. Do not do that at home. But I'm going to just take them and pull them apart, get the stapler out of them, and use those as hanging ribbons, and also ribbons that'll hold other little things. So now it's just going to be basically exactly like the homecoming mum that I showed you guys in the video. And this stapler is being really, really stubborn. It's open and everything. Okay. So, what I'll do is I'll take this ribbon apart and I'll turn it into hanging ribbon that will curl and hold stuff. Okay. So look, now I got black and white ribbon. Really, really cheap black and white ribbon. I got that on clearance. I'm also going to take and put, and I got this at Michael's. This was like $1.29. You can get all of this at Michael's. So this is like $1.29 at Michael's, and I get it all the time, every year. A lot of times you can catch it on clearance if you go before the season starts. That's the key point. Go before the season starts. You can catch a lot of this at smaller craft stores on clearance, because they're just getting it out of the way so that they can bring in the next line of stuff, and it's all the same. I always go during the off season. So what I'll do is I'll wrap some wire here and get it all decorated, because you can put a bear here or whatever you want to put. Me, myself, I'm going to be putting a football, since it's for football. And these little guys I found at my local little craft store. If you guys are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, just ask. I'll tell you where it is. But they have little baseball players. They've got little footballs, they've got basketballs, they've got the soccer ball with legs. Baseball has legs. Basketball has legs too, if I'm not mistaken. And of course the footballs. But they're selling these for like a whole bag for $4. And it works out perfect because I have kids that play all these sports. So I can make little things for them or throw them in little gift bags or whatever I want to do. So I'll go ahead and start adhering a lot of this so that you can see what that's going to look like. And I can save a little battery life on my camera. Okay, so right now I have hot glued, and this is really ugly, okay? I would make sure I was in frame, I'm sorry. Okay, this is really, really ugly right now, but it's going to look that way, just like with the homecoming mums. You know, you're going to have a really ugly underbelly here. I wanted to make sure I came in and I told you guys that, with your spirit stick, see how I just hot glued the curly little ribbons all over it? Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if you can see this, but I really hope you can. Can you see this blue here? Okay, here we go. This blue, I wanted to make sure you guys could see it in a really bright color. It's just duct tape. Okay, and all it is I take all the curly ribbon, I put it together, wrap some duct tape around it. So when I hot glue that, I'm hot gluing it all at once. Okay, instead of hot gluing a little here, little here, little here, little here. This kind of gets it all together at once. Now I'm going to have another section of really curly ribbon, and on that section I will have little bells and little helmets, things like that, that are going to dangle down on the spirit stick. I also have those same kind of embellishments hot glued here on the spirit stick, but not too far down because I don't want it to get in the way of people's hands and then they knock them off. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing some of the embellishments. And notice that here is still open. Never close this area off until you're done. I don't care if you're doing a spirit stick or a homecoming mum itself. Don't close this part off, okay? Leave it open. You have plenty of time to stick a football here or do whatever it is you want to do in this area. So don't worry with that right now. And I actually have some mum flowers. So I'll probably just stick a mum flower here as a background. I think it'll look a whole lot better. But you notice I didn't even hot glue my wire down yet because I really want to make sure that I have everything on first before I close this whole area off. Now whenever you're going to do your string, let's see here, I'm going to get a color that I want to use. I really, really like this metallic looking green. Okay, all you're gonna do whenever you have for your embellishment strings, in case you guys have not looked at that video yet, I'm gonna take a really just plain bell and I'm gonna put it on my embellishment string. You can do it on several different strings. You can put them all on one string. I would not advise that. But me, myself, I'm going to put this on this particular string. And I will just tie a knot to hold it on. So when it dangles down and I have it all hot glued here, I'll curl the end of it. So it'll be really curly like the rest of the ribbon. And I'll tape this along with all the other embellishments. And then I'll hot glue it to my spirit stick. Okay, so now it's time to do the top. I've got my embellishments glued in. I've got everything all the way I want it. I even see I put the little embellishments here also. But we were doing the football and we've come to the consensus that initially my goal was to put the child's name on the football with the pipe cleaners. I don't really like the football so much. So what we're going to do is recreate, this is what a mum, the chrysanthemum, looks like, right? Which is where the mum got its name. But the chrysanthemum is typically sitting here like this on a homecoming mum. So what we'll do is recreate one of my daughter's hairpiece things that she makes. She makes these little hair clips. She makes these cute little hair clips, and she uses all kinds of flowers to do it. It's really, really cute. I believe we did a video on it. If not, there's a tutorial on my site on it. But I'm going to have her just kind of throw together a really small one with no hair clip, and we're going to hot glue that here and make that our centerpiece instead, because I think that'll be a lot cuter. So we're going to get that done now, and then we'll be right back to show you the finished product.